On the second day of the 2016 WSOP main event final table, Vojtech Ruzicka tried to run a 3-barrel bluff against Gordon Vayo with an unimproved ace-king and a 3-bet pot. Vayo had flopped a set of eights though, and called down to win a massive pot that left Ruzicka with less than a big blind. Card Player TV caught up with Vayo at the end of the night to discuss the huge hand. First, we asked him about his pre-flop decision. He had opened at 2.3 million with the blinds at 500k, 1 million. Ruzicka 3-bet to 8,150,000 with the ace of spades, king of diamonds, and Vayo made the call with the 8 of spades, 8 of clubs.
The pre-flop decision is kind of, I think it's fairly standard, but especially against, I have to be defending a decent amount of my button opens against Vojtech, who has a pretty significant 3-bet range in the small blind, I think. So especially, I had a pretty tight image, and he is a very capable player. So I knew I had to be well aware of my ranges and just being able to protect certain ranges in certain spots, and that being one of them. Eights, they can be fairly difficult to play if you don't flop the set. But against Vojtech, against a tough player, you're going to have to play some difficult situations and get yourself in some kind of tight spots, just because or else you're going to get run over by somebody that's that capable.
The flop brought the queen of clubs, 8 of diamonds, 3 of clubs, and Ruzicka bet 6,150,000. Vayo elected to just call with a set of eights.
Yeah, the flop, I'm going to have a lot of hands in that range that are like, I'm going to have all my club draws, a lot of queens, a lot of pocket nines, pocket tens, pocket jacks even, hands like that. I'm going to have a lot of hands I mean to call with on the flop. So that being said, I know that the flop call leaves me open to getting barreled in future streets. So when you have a hand like a set, when you're looking to induce that, or I'm not even saying that I personally induced anything. I just think he had a hand, and I think he had a good hand to do it with, that he was willing to, empty the barrel with. And when you're just up against that capable of a player, you can't be scared about letting a draw get there or anything like that, because you're just going to lose out on a lot of value against these guys that are just that capable of emptying the clip. In a spot like that, when very few people probably in the world are really capable of playing the king-5 suited hand the way that he played it with 9-handed left. And I'm commending him, because I think that was a phenomenal play, but it takes a lot of heart to do that. And he showed me that he had that heart on day one. So I kind of had to give him that rope in that particular hand, just because I know he has the capabilities to bluff it off.
On the turn, the 7 of hearts hit the felt, and Ruzicka bet out 11.4 million. Vayo just called again, and the 5 of spades completed the board. Ruzicka moved all in for Vayo's stack of roughly 28 million, and Vayo made the call. We asked for his thoughts about how strong his hand looks once he's made the call on the turn.
Now he can narrow me down to pretty much club draws and a queen, and that's in plus, right? Queens plus, and maybe I might call it with jacks or tens occasionally on the turn as well. So it's really a matter of how much of a hero he thinks I am. I certainly assume the presumption is that I'm going to fold a queen there a decent amount of time, or else he would not be shoving there. I think he thinks that I'm going to fold the queen jack suited, with hands like that, a decent queen king even, a decent percentage of the time. And he had ace king with no club, so he doesn't block any of my club draws, so that's another hand that I'm going to fold. So I think he played the hand perfectly fine. It takes a lot of heart to empty it in that spot. But I commend him for it. I mean, it's easier to say when I had a set and it was just an easy call. But I do think Vojtech played phenomenal, and I would I think that hand kind of, from my perspective, sort of played itself, just with how strong it was and that type of thing, and the kind of stack to pot ratios not being super large, so I could just call and get my whole stack in still. But I think just that's kind of thing you need to do against somebody that's as capable as Vojtech. When you are lucky enough to flop that huge hand, you have to get the most value possible that you can from it.
Thanks to Gordon Vayo for talking us through his thoughts on this momentous hand, and thank you for watching this poker strategy video right here on Card Player TV.